We're sorry, the number you have dialed is not in service at this time.
What's up, my dudes? How is it going today? I recorded this gameplay no longer than 5 minutes away from, doing this commentary right now. I haven't been uploading, for the past, 2 weeks, because I've been doing a lot of schoolwork, had a lot of AP classes, and the title of this video is, my most embarrassing moment, because you guys requested it. You guys messaged me, like, hey, I know you're doing a story for your 1,000 subscribers, but, can you do a story on the most embarrassing moment you've ever had? And, this kind of ties in with the gameplay since I haven't played in 2 weeks. I just played this 5 minutes ago, and I'm just, spraying like crazy. Look at this. Walking around, shooting at dead bodies. I'm not doing well, but I thought this gameplay was going to be horrible at first. I died in the beginning, and I start embarrassing them. Like, I just shoot them, and it's like, how did I win that gunfight? Okay, so basically, I'm going to tell you my most embarrassing moment, but not up to high school, because, I'm still in high school, and, I gotta keep those things, you gotta keep those things a little secret, not until I'm, older. So I'm gonna tell you the most embarrassing thing I've told you, or I will tell you, will be, before elementary school. So let's start off the story. The thing is, this is not, a bad embarrassing thing, it's just embarrassing to me. So the only time I've ever been embarrassed in, elementary school was, I was doing a performance for choir. I was in choir, and I was doing a performance, and I had a lead role. I don't know how I got this lead role, but it wasn't really singing, it was just reading a part of a book, and so it was just 3 lines, I think from, the Christmas Carol, and, I just had to walk up on stage, read the 3 lines from the book, and then they'd start singing. So it was, assemblies from, first period, not first period, this is elementary school. I have first grade, second grade, and third graders were in the first assembly. There's 2 assemblies, first, second, and third graders in the first assembly, and 4th and 5th graders in the second assembly. And so in the first assembly, I was like, you know what, I can do this. I was kind of nervous. Walked up there on the stage with my little book, little me and 5th grader. I was a 5th grader at the time. And I'm, reading this book to the first, second, and third graders. And I'm like, and then on Christmas Day, he said, I am now happy. I don't know, some cheesy thing from Christmas. And then they started to sing. And I was like, yeah, I got this. I was like, I had the yes face, I did it. And so, yeah, I was really excited because I know I did my part right. And so we did the rest of the performance. The first assembly ended, we got a break, we got to go to lunch. I was sitting there I was thinking I was on the top of the world. I don't even know why. I just read 3 lines and I acted like I was just elected Pope, and I'm like, woo! And so the second assembly comes along, and I'm like, you know what? The choir teacher was Miss Gibson. I was like, you know what, Miss Gibson? Come over here, lean over. I whispered in her, I was like, I got this. So I'm exaggerating a little bit, but I basically told her, you know what, I'm going to go on stage, I'm not going to do it with the book, I'm going to do it by memory. So, I took out the book, I set it down on the table, my little juice box next to me, a little carton of milk, and I was like, I got this. I read the 3 lines over and over again. I was like, whatever, the Christmas thing, and then the mouse were... not a single thing was peeping or creep. That's not even the lines. I'm just saying the something from A Christmas Carol, and I was like, got this. I got this. So I memorized it. I was standing in line, getting ready for the assembly. Standing in line with my choir people. They were sitting next to me. They're like, yeah, you did good last time. I was like, yep, I know, I did. And I was like, you know what, guys, lean in. I'm doing it without the book. And it was like, what? Whoa, look at this kid. It was probably the biggest thing for elementary school people at the time in choir, I guess. But we were all excited, and I was pretty excited because I was like, oh my gosh, I'm going to do it without the book. And so I was kind of nervous, though, at first. I was like, I'm doing it without the book. So I took the book out again, studied, and I didn't even know what I was saying anymore. I was getting all sweaty and stuff, like, I'm doing this without the book. My whole personality changed in those 5 minutes before the second assembly from, yeah, I got this, to, oh my gosh, I don't got this. And so I tried to study these things like crazy, and I stood in line. And now my face went from, like, I got this again, like I told you, and I was all pale and white. I was nervous going into this thing now, and I was like, okay. I got this. So I was standing in line. We were going into the assembly. We walk in. We line up behind this curtain, and I can hear the 4th and 5th graders coming in. And I'm seeing I was in 5th grade, so my class was walking into this assembly. So I I stroll in, stand in the front like I'm supposed to, without my book. My teacher, Miss Gibson, looks at me and, like, start this thing. And so she walks from the back of the stage and walks out to the front. And so the curtain's open, everybody gets quiet, and I'm standing there like, I literally look at my teacher, I look at everybody in the crowd like I'm about to talk, but I can't, and I'm just standing there. And I was probably red at the time, and I'm just looking at them, and I couldn't even say a single word. I was sweating, I couldn't remember one thing. It was like the most stressful incident in my life, and 5th grade is not even supposed to be stressful, and I'm standing there like, oh my gosh, what's going on? And so I couldn't do it, so I started to walk to the back, and everybody's confused. And so I think this is what she was trying to think, like, oh, let me just clarify things up. But in my head in 5th grade, this is what I thought. Look at this dumb kid, can't even remember anything. She walks up to the front and goes, look, here's Dakota. Everybody clap for him. Like, what did I do? I didn't even do anything. And now you're making everybody remember my name and then clap for me. It was literally the most embarrassing thing, because right after that, I walked out, and you know how 5th graders are. They don't care for, how people feel. They walked up to me like, ha, you forgot it. And let's just say I wasn't very happy at the time. So that's my most embarrassing moment. Please comment down below if you want another story, and peace out, my dudes.